We've wrapped up MEPs over here at Brownsboro. Just had our MEP inspection done. So last look at things before we start going up with insulation and drywall. Come check it out, talk a little about some features. This is a 3-light back door. So it's a 9-foot opening. All 3 panels kind of open up. I think it's just gonna be a really cool feature that allows this big open concept to flow outside, and first time I've ever put one of these in. This little phase of construction always moves a little slower. This is where you have to get everything right when it comes to your plumbing, HVAC and electrical. A lot of times those guys don't want to work on top of each other. So this kind of little phase always takes a little bit longer. One kind of each takes about a week. And then you have your final MEP inspection where the inspector comes in, checks out all of these, checks out your framing. Most likely you then have a few adjustments that need to be made. And so this little stretch feels like it takes a long time, but once you get through this, you go in with insulation and drywall and things really start to pick up speed. Another feature that I want to talk about as it relates to MEPs that I did on this project was these open web joists. So typically you have 3 types of joists. You have your solid 2x10, 2x12 joists. You have open webs like this, or you have I-joists where you still have to cut out. And what this allows you to do is run all of your mechanicals through here. So you've got your HVAC ducts running through, you got your electrical running through. Anything you want to hide from drywall, you're able to run it through these without having a built-out soffit. This allows you to have clean walls, rectangle, run everything in here that's going to be hidden. Obviously, that then means that you have to make sure that's perfect before you go up with drywall, and so pay a little bit of premium to have these, but at the same time, I think it's really unique, a lot cleaner, and something that hasn't really been around in construction until the past like 5-10 years. The all black windows, definitely something you're seeing a lot more of nowadays, but definitely costly to have both sides of your window be black. You see some of the outside black, inside white, so it's just a film that they put on there. But to get both sides, you either have to get something that's where it's caked on there, and before they, or as they're making their window, they make both sides black, or it's both sides are painted. So either way, it costs a little bit more. Definitely a cool feature though to have both sides of these be black. And we're going with a darker blue paint in here throughout, and so I think it's gonna look good. You're not gonna have the white window contrasting with the kind of navy walls in here. So before you start going in with insulation drywall, it's just making sure you have blocking in all the right places. So anywhere where you're gonna need to screw into and you might not be able to hit a stud, you wanna go ahead and put blocking there. That way you're actually screwing into wood. So right here we got handrails. Oftentimes you'll see them in the bathrooms. We're gonna have toilet paper, holders, or any kind of towel rods. Anything you're gonna hang on the wall, you wanna make sure you have blocking there just so that you're not guessing when the time comes to hang stuff up. With this build, did a slab foundation. Great for a lot of uses. One thing it makes it more complicated is your HVAC. Because we're doing 2 units on this one, first floor unit, second floor unit, you can't run your ducts underneath the property in a crawl space. So you gotta get a little bit unique on the first floor with where you're running those ducts. Those open web joists help a lot. And the second floor, the unit sits in the attic. So it's pretty easy. All your ducts flow throughout the attic and drop in from the top. Whereas on the first floor, normally you're coming in from the bottom, but because we have a slab foundation, you have to find ways to get creative for it to go up and then still drop in through those open web joists. So everything HVAC-wise is coming from the top in this build. Another thing we had to do on this build, because we're close quarters down here in Lower Brownsboro Road, about 3.5 foot on both sides of the property line, probably only 6 or 6.5 feet to the next property. Some of the rules of building code, your soffits are typically vented. So you got air coming up through your soffits, getting into your attic, and then releasing in different ways. We had to get creative on this one because we have to fire block our soffits. So air is not gonna be able to come up through there. So we're gonna have to put 2 vents, gable vents on the front and back to get flowing air up there in the attic. Obviously we're gonna have a HVAC unit up there. It's gonna get hot. 2 purposes really, to help vent that with how much heat's gonna be up there, but also snow. I have a single sloped metal roof. Snow will sit up there and you don't want the heat to be melting it and get stuck. So it's just 2 of those things you gotta think about in construction, how you get ventilation in your attic. Not having vented soffits makes that complicated, so having to work around that one. One thing you wanna do at this phase of construction is take a lot of photos, a lot of videos. Always try to, it's good practice anytime you're building something, but definitely during this phase, when you get through MEPs, you want to take a lot of videos, especially of those unique places, and not just, you know, looking where your eye meets, but, you know, seeing everywhere you have wires coming out, everywhere you have receptacles. They're going to throw up drywall. Just like all of us, we get moving fast and we forget things. So you want to be able to look back and be like, wait a minute, we actually had 4 can lights and a ceiling fan in here. Or hey, we had 7 receptacles. I'm only seeing 6. Where is that missing one? Oh, okay, we're about 4 studs off over here. Let's cut that out and not forget it. Little things, taking a lot of videos, a lot of pictures at this phase of construction can help you just remember where all those things are that are going to end up being tucked behind the walls.